Hello. Happy tea time. So we're back from Rome. Last week we had. Sorry. I still have my tie on. What should I do with this? I still have my tie on, but we're back from Rome. We had a pretty busy week last week in Rome. We had CUE happening, and I was back in the office on Monday. Since then, it's been a constant of, getting news, getting information about what's coming up, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very excited to be doing a tea time today. There's no particular release today, so I'm going to take a lot of questions from the audience and making sure that you guys know what is happening. Let me do this for a second so I can see. Is that okay? Yeah, just because I need to see the chat as well and make sure that I see all the questions. We have, from my notes here, I have topics covering Terminator, Field of Glory Kingdoms, Panzer Corps 2, Broken Arrow, and there's some stuff for the Geek Recipe as well, for the show, the Geek Recipe show. So some stuff we have to say to you, but I wanted to sort of give you an interesting sort of outlook of what is going to happen in the next 3 months, which is the 3 months leading to Christmas and towards the end of the year. I also wanted to share with you some info on what our plans are. The more I can say, I will say it. But of course, I need to make sure that I don't jump into stuff that I can't say at all. And hopefully, David is not watching, and I can spoil stuff without being noticed. Hello, Major Alvega and Das Tactic and Chicho Pasticcio. Edmund, hi Edmund, how are you? The chat is the most important bit. It is. I'm happy that we managed to, last week we still managed to keep the tea time rolling from Rome. Also, I think it was happening during the announcement of Paradox's Millennia. So it was interesting to see that, you guys were still watching, most of you were still watching despite that. Sorry, I'm hyper thirsty, and so I was very pleased about that. So what is happening? What is going to happen in the next 3 months? So we're getting towards the end of September. So the first 2 weeks of October will be almost solely dedicated to Terminator. The Terminator launch is nearing, as you guys know. The second week of October, specifically on the 9th of October, we will have the demo of Terminator rolling out on the Steam Next Fest. The actual demo will include a decent amount of missions of the story campaign and a skirmish mode mission as well. So you'll get a good taste of what a game is about. Of what the story is about, of what gameplay is about. So we're going to treat you well, I would say, and that's an incredible opportunity to start playing the game before it releases in December. Another good way to know more about Terminator is watching some of the best strategy streamers playing the game. Even now, if you want, I think Cringer is playing the game right now. So, hey, Cringer, I hope you're enjoying the game. But there's many other streamers and YouTubers who are starting to play the game. So you start seeing some videos popping up on the internet with more Terminator coverage. And you know why I know that is happening? It's because wish lists are going up and comments are very positive. So I'm very, very pleased about that. Marco, since there is nowhere to ask, there is a problem on my end with the Combat Mission Tournament, aka my hard drive got accidentally wiped. Well, Sergeant Z-Dog just said email us, and we'll make sure that your mail is taken care of. So support at slitherine.co.uk, and hopefully you'll get an answer straight away. We know that now, so I will watch out and wait for that email. And also Francesco, who's managing the tournament, will try and take care of that if it can be taken care of. Marco, be careful. You don't have much time. Shards has hired Assassin. No, Shard's not online today. which is great. I love that. Yeah, easy. I don't know. When will we have the closed and open betas of Broken Arrow? We will have the closed in October and open in November, because after reading your last devlogs, I don't know if we'll have the closed in October and open in November, or if the closed in November and the open in December. Hey, Mordante, how are you? Sorry, that was loud. CL Emilio, we're still figuring out the dates. Actually, like an hour ago or something before coming down to this tea time, Alberto was in my office and we were discussing dates. But what you just said is very much the question we're asking ourselves. If it's going to be October and November, or November and December, or both, or October and December, we don't know. What we know is that the multiplayer starts to be playable, and we now have our internal tests happening. So it's a question of just days and weeks, not months, and we're going to get to the point. The other thing we need to be very careful about is that, of course, in Q4, so in October, November, December, you guys will have a lot of games to play. There's a lot releasing. It's Christmas, so Shards is online. I'm doomed now. I don't know what's gonna happen. So I don't know exactly because of that as well. So we need to be taking a lot of elements into account, but I think that what you just said is relevant. So it's either going to be October, November, or November, December. Then it's easy that both would merge in December. Not really, no. I mean, there's something is going to happen for sure before December, because we cannot park everything into December. Otherwise, we won't have time enough to sort of, finish the beta experiment or open beta before the Christmas break. We know that what for sure is not going to happen is that we're going to leave an open beta during the Christmas break, just because there's not going to be people around to fix things or to support you guys if something happens. So stuff is going to happen, slide before Christmas, either October, November, or December, or November, December. That's the around that time frame. So I was saying about Terminator. So 9th of October, the demo. You can already watch some of the players, content creators playing the game. The one thing I urge you to do is when you play the demo and download the demo, just give us feedback. We're receiving a ton of feedback, and some of it is not always what we want to hear, but we are really open to suggestions, and we really want to listen what you have to say. So make sure you get back to us on that and give us the information, because it's really very much what's happened on Starship Troopers. Starship Troopers, we did Steam Next Fest before releasing the game, and we got so much valuable input that we sort of ingested it and really tried to address all these before the game released. And I don't know how much we'll be able to do, because of course the game will release in December. That's almost like a 90% release date, secure release date. But we're definitely going to be listening to all of you and making sure that we already activate all we can to fix what it has to be fixed, and also improve the other areas. Need some fog news. I'll come to that, Mordante. I registered to the Terminator's RTT beta, and I don't know how I would know if you would notice me via email or how for playing the beta. Well, because you've asked on the Twitch channel as a tradition, the producer of the game and the brand manager, Julia, will flag your nickname and see if they can find you in the beta process and add you to the beta, hopefully. What PC system would be required for Broken Arrow? I guess it's detailed on the Steam page, but I'm not 100% sure. So if someone can answer the Broken Arrow question, that'd be... It's in the Steam page. I didn't know that. Marcus, you guys have been doing a lot of demos lately. This seems to be a company-wide strategy change. Will you guys be doing these for all titles of the foreseeable future? If you mean Steam Next Fest, we're trying to do more to gather feedback. Demos, we are like for live games, we're sort of always on the fence with these. Very much depends on what we think the potential of the demo is. We don't do demos just for the sake of doing demos. There's various reasons. Once demos were there to actually showcase the product potential. Nowadays, the game's lifespan is very long. So after 2 years, 3 years, the game is very different to what it was when it actually released. So what happens is that you end up with a demo that's online. That either you keep updating the demo, and you have to update like the demo and the main game, which is like double the effort, or you would have to a demo that's feeling very different from the actual final game that's out there. So it's very, that's a very sensible subject. The other thing is, demos are made to, for a very specific topic, for a very specific reason, which is understanding what people think about a game and give them a taste of if they like or not the game. Once the game is out there, it really depends on the games, on the types of games, if you want to actually have that input or not. If you've already gone through that process and feel that you get to the point where the game is what we think it should be, then we'd probably do without a demo. But it's definitely a subject that comes up more frequently in our discussions nowadays. Can you whisper me via here or reach out to Discord server? Oh yes, okay, Red Eye, that's done. New beta invites will be coming out in a couple of weeks. That's, I guess, for Terminator, hopefully. Is a participation on the BA beta possible with the minimum specs? Yes, it is. I mean, you can participate in a beta with all configurations. It's actually helping us understand a bit more about system requirements and if what machines are running the game. So definitely something that we're aware of. How are you? I hope you're good. Installation of Unity engine going to hurt Broken Arrow development. Raptor. Not much, not at all actually. At the moment, we haven't, we don't feel that any of the Unity current situation is going to impacting Broken Arrow. For the Unity future situation, which is unclear, and we don't know what's going to happen because, of course, there has been a lot of back and forth for the moment, but no official announcement of what is going to happen towards from January 1st onwards. Once that will be set in stone, we'll know what is going to be the impact for our games. But at the moment, everything is a bit much, up in the air, and we'll start to be worried when we'll have the actual news about it. Unity did well back a lot in the conversation. Don't know if you saw that news. Yeah, I did. That's what I'm saying. That's. The moment Unity announced the changes, the initial announcement, we were watching the reactions, and my immediate reactions was, nothing has changed yet. You'll see that something else, that will change. That was 100% what was going to happen. So before stuff changes, I don't think I'll be worried. And if stuff changes and it will be confirmed, I'll be sure that I'm sitting here and I'll talk about it to talk about what actually will change, what are the changes, and how that will impact our business. I'm afraid that the BA demo and cities skylines will collide. Well, maybe we can make it like a joint venture where you can destroy cities, skylines to cities with Broken Arrow. That'd be great. Then if the betas, okay, are still on the Broken Arrow beta, so. All right. Yeah. Okay. The second big topic I have here. Is we just published a new dev diary for Field of Glory Kingdoms, and I want to spend a bit of some words about it. Field of Glory Kingdoms represents for us what we're doing behind the scenes. We're sort of starting to have a bit of outside feedback on Field of Glory Kingdoms, because we feel that internally this game has a lot of potential to tap into an audience that, you guys know more about me. The 4X type of product that Field of Glory Kingdoms has a very much of a direct competitor, and we think that what we're trying to achieve with Kingdoms is really filling a gap into that type of genre that is wide open right now, and making a game that's true to history, that's talking to history fans as much as it is to 4X fans and that types of games followers. We really think that the game has a load of potential. So what we're doing with Kingdoms, we are slowly showing it to a number of specialists within that segment. And we are gathering feedback in terms of gameplay, depth, UI, UX, all the stuff that we know that are the key elements to make this game successful. So if any of you is a big fan of the genre, if you feel that you can give us a feedback that's relevant to the core gameplay, to how it works, how it plays, and so on, please subscribe to the beta. And try and give us the advice we were looking for, because there's a huge opportunity for us and we don't want to miss it. And we know that Kingdoms is a game that can really fill a gap in the market. So I'm talking a bit of marketing, with marketing words here, but really the fact is that, from a pure game perspective, I think there's a chance this game becomes a big contributor to the 4X genre in the future. So give us a lot of help here. Das absolutely is a perfect guy for that. I know that. Right, Mordante. Are you not the perfect guy for that, Mordante? Who knows? Right, so the next topic I have got here, which I feel also very important, is Panzer Corps 2. Now, Panzer Corps 2, we know that you guys are waiting for Pacific to happen, and we are addressing that as a priority for the development team to make sure that we finally give you some update. But talk about Pacific, and you're showing this is like, oh, there's some water there. That's perfect. It's going to be Pacific. No, this is not Pacific. What we're doing with Panzer Corps is really trying to sort of, end the cycle, start a new one. So what is going to happen is that when 1946 releases before Christmas, 1946 is, I think, it's a monumental type of approach we're taking here. We're trying to give a new approach to a World War II campaign with this fictional campaign. Kerensky and Alex are working massively to are working extensively to create something that's really within the vein of the Axis Operation series, but that's larger than life, that's bigger, that's really something that will use all of Panzer Corps to capabilities. And so just to give you an example of what is coming with this, we have special extra large unit models for warships, such as the Japanese super battleship Yamato. We have the B-29 bombers. We have the V-2 rockets. We have Fugaku bombers, specifically modified with Fritz X missiles, and then there's a lot. There's land cruisers as well. There's a lot of new units, a lot of cool new things. It's almost like going sci-fi, but in a historical setting. I just love it. I love when Kerensky sends over these new screenshots and or videos trying to where we have to, do the gifts and such. I'm really excited about what's coming up. As I said, this is going to be the end of something and the start of something too, in the sense that from then on we have a plan for new content for Panzer Corps that really goes beyond that, that expands the game into all sorts of new directions. And suffice to say that there's like 3 different teams working on new content for Panzer Corps right now. So the game has a long life and a long series of DLCs to come in the future. So yeah, stay tuned for that. We want Korean Panzer Corps, Panzer Corps 2 Korean War. Well, I wanted. Well, Chicho, you never know what can happen with Panzer Corps. I think the engine is very flexible, so it kind of allows you to do a lot of different things. Some things are done better than others. And one of the reasons why we haven't, finalized Pacific yet is that, the sea battles that are a core of any Pacific game, are very hard to represent with the current system. So until Alex is 100% pleased with how his made the sea battle system specifically for Pacific, in a larger scale, then that's really the thing that's holding us releasing Pacific right now. Wargame devs say that Korean War is not a popular choice, yet I always see people demanding it. Well, you're always gonna see it. I mean, this is normal. It's like when people ask more for multiplayer on games. We've got there's a core of the community. The core hardcore players are vocal and want very specific things. And this doesn't mean that there's a huge sales potential for the stuff that's been asked for. If you find 100 people asking for something, maybe they are the only 100 people that would buy it. But it's really our goal to understand what really the trends are and what would work and what wouldn't. Sometimes it's a bet. We don't know what's gonna happen. And usually, these more this minor or these conflicts that are less popular, they are represented well in smaller scenarios or DLCs or games that are so flexible that you can create scenarios of your own and such. But it's definitely a part of our business that we're keep trying to improve, because you never know what's going to be big next. And sometimes if the game is really good, then no matter what the conflict is, it will work. No matter what the setting is, it will work. It just clicks and just works. Sometimes it doesn't happen. So it's something that we have very clearly in mind, to be honest. All right, any more questions here? You can fight Cold War in Flashpoint campaigns. Of course you can. Cold War in Flashpoint campaigns is Cold War. It's actually probably one of the best-selling Cold War games we've got. Super, super popular. And what I say about Flashpoint campaigns is a good example, I think, there. The system of Flashpoint campaigns could be used for a very wide number of conflicts. But representing a conflict well requires a lot of attention to detail that developers always put a lot of effort in, and researching and making sure that what is in the game is representative of what happened and so on. So representing Cold War is one thing. Representing Korean War in the same system might be possible, but then you need to make it really true to life and true to what happened, or what was the actual history background of the period and the units and everything. So it's sort of also taking that into consideration, where not everything is possible, but because not always we have the development capability, the research capability to go and do it properly, which is also one of the reasons why it's getting harder and harder to represent more obscure conflicts, because either you go super abstract, which is perfectly fine, but it really doesn't represent the conflict itself, or you have to research a lot. And the amount spent for research, is of course, development time spent, and, cost of development goes up. Any estimate for when we will hear what is next for the Fog 2 engine? Mordante. It's a good question. I don't think that if I'm honest, I don't think we're gonna know what is happening with Fog 2 before the end of this year. The next steps into Fog are very demanding in terms of resources. So it's not gonna be an early release, and we're trying to shrink the amount of time that goes from announcing something and releasing something. And what that means is that we could announce what we're working on now without any asset at all, but it would be underwhelming for the community. So what we're trying to do is wait so that we can show stuff, announce things, and then release it. I could say like a year later, or maybe whatever, but it's getting that time frame to be more reliable, so that we can announce release dates in a more reliable way. That's what we're trying to achieve. It's not always possible, but we definitely try these days. When is the next combat mission game? I think the next combat mission game is going to be Final Blitzkrieg, and that's going to release before the end of the year. And then we're done with combat mission, and look into hopefully into the future. Any news on Flashpoint campaign Central Storm? Not more than we've said during Home of Wargamers. So right now we don't have any more news about it. It's probably going to come, in the next few weeks / months that we start beta testing and making sure that we give you more information about it. But there's no more news than we gave on Home of Wargamers. So there was a nice interview with Rob Crandall. Go get that, and you'll have all the available information out there. Don't worry, Mordante. You can ask as many times as you want, and when I can give you the answers, I'll give you more answers. At the moment, I can't spoil anything, because otherwise David will kill me in the next call. Usually, I try to avoid him. I avoid his messages on the chats and such. So, one thing I wanted to show you now is a teaser. I want to show you a teaser for the upcoming Geek Recipe. Go for it.
Hi, and welcome back to our kitchen. You're soon going to watch the second season of the Geek Recipe. So get ready for more guests, more games, and the secret ingredients that make up for a perfect Italian recipe. Now get ready, relax, and make sure you enjoy this new season with us. I will see you soon, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
So we call it season 2. We sort of want to start rolling it into sort of an ongoing thing now, if we can. The next, we have recorded 4 episodes already. Can I spoil the guests or not? No, I cannot do that. Well, just one. Hi. Which one? I can spoil that our first. Would it be our first one? Yeah. First one. Our first guest for the new season of the Geek Recipe will be David Mullick, and he's the original creator of Heroes of Might and Magic 3. And we've had a nice, good chat about Heroes of Might and Magic and all he's done in his entire career. He's been an exceptional guest, and he's one of the 4 guests that we've already recorded. We've got pretty big superstars for this season. I'm very happy that we're sort of growing this show into something that's really going beyond our core community and business, because we're attracting a lot of eyeballs through the way we're doing this, and I'm very happy about it. I'm very happy because the show's been nominated for best format in a number of awards, and it's been very well received. Some of the videos have already, got over 100,000 views. It's something that I'm very proud of. I'll be, sharing with you more details about what we have, who we have on stage in the next few weeks. I think the promo will show you all our guests, so we'll talk more about that, and maybe we'll take the opportunity to sort of look into some of these episodes and comment them together, because there's a lot of cool things that we're saying. So it's great that we can do these things. Hello, Kushan. Marco Ramsey. No, kind of. I'm actually enjoying this thing where we drop a thing that will horrify any Italian cook in every recipe, and people have to find what it is. But you'll get to learn about a lot of recipes, and what we think we do at Greek Recipe, on top of also already giving a service to the games industry, which is something we're proud of, is making simple things that you can really do at home with like 5 ingredients, and spend some good time and learn to cook some Italian stuff, which is also something that you can do in your spare time whilst you are whilst you're waiting for the AI to play the War in the East 2 turn. Okay, so I want to give you a quick update on the stream schedule. After this, if you want to come over, we're running a marketing team barbecue upstairs. So anyone who wants to join, we are in Milan, Via Privata Cornelio, and you come and see us. Thursday, so today, after this, is it after this? Yeah. Yes, Command Showcase Desert Falcon, played by? Not confirmed? No. So we don't know who's playing next? Yeah. That's really cool. On Friday, we're playing, at 6 p.m., we're playing Distant Worlds 2 new DLC, Quamino and Gizurians. Now, there is a big debate on how you pronounce Quamino or Quamino. If Eric is online, can you shed some light on this, please? It's Kushan for command. Sorry, Kushan. My stream buddy. 8 p.m. we have Master of Magic new DLC, Rise of the Soul Trapped, and this is still tomorrow. And tomorrow at 10 p.m. we have Warhammer 40,000 Battle Sector DLC, the Demons DLC. Do you guys eat hamburgers? I'm trying to avoid meat these days. But if you mean the entire office, we've got hamburgers for everyone. So next BBQ in Bologna, please. I mean, you're an hour away on a train. Come on, Ciccio, come and see us. And Michele, whose girlfriend lives in Bologna, wants to go in Bologna to do the BBQ. So there's two votes for Bologna. Good stuff. BBQQQ. And we're also having a ping pong tournament as well tonight. So if you want to join, you're welcome. Or what we could do is extend tea time to make you, to let you in the BBQ as viewers and guests there. Hangover tomorrow? No way. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. sharp, we're going to be in the office working like mad. Guys, it's been a pleasure seeing you again. I will say that next week, same time, tea time, we are going to be a week away from the release of the Terminator demo, so look forward to that. And, oh, no, I have some Broken Arrow content to show you. You see? I keep missing about it. I just thought about the barbecue. We've got 3 new awesome wallpapers to show you. I don't know if we're going to deliver these on the Discord. He said no, not yet. In the future, maybe. What is this? If you guess what it is, you get a free hamburger. Of course there's Broken Arrow. Oh, That's really cool. This is an M135. Oh gosh. M1. M1. Gosh, we need to make sure that Enzo gets some training on unit names. It's a tank. Who cares? Ah, gosh. Okay, next one. Well, this is interesting because what happens is basically that we get the images from Steel Balalaika, and these images are coming in like literally like 30 seconds before we go online. And the Discord is like, the internal Discord between us is like, okay, what unit is that? Okay, we need to let Marco know because he doesn't know anything about it. And usually what I do is I don't care because you know better, and I don't need to tell you what it is. So makes perfect sense. That is exactly my private jet, and with that jet, I will go right upstairs, eat my barbecue in about an hour. Before that, I need to do some work, and I didn't expect this one. How many of these do we have? Another one? This is really cool. The time Broken Arrow releases, you're all going to be fed up with receiving wallpapers and seeing wallpapers, and I think that we're getting to the point where the next time I show you wallpapers or images, you're going to be shutting me down. So at least we know that the game is looking great, and I expect a lot from you guys to help me know more about these units and understand more about modern warfare. I go back thinking about the Roman Empire, which is, of course, trendier, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.
The attraction towards new experiences is powerful. Alienware gear isn't made to resist that pull. It's made to accelerate it, to transport you to new places where you can embrace difference and leave familiar behind, bringing you ever closer to the ultimate experience. See you on the other side.